Well, this is a pleasant surprise to wake up on a Saturday morning. The brand new Tokyo Ghoul chapter is out, guys. Chapter 160. It's out 2 days early, and I was not honestly expecting it to come out on a Saturday, but this kind of makes sense considering that majority of the chapters this week have been coming out a day or two early. But whatever the circumstances may be, I'm glad we're getting it on a Saturday morning. I remember when they used to come out on Saturdays, it was a much better time schedule for me. Better than Mondays, that's all I can say, but I'm already on the first page of chapter 160, and I can see Dragon towering over the skyscrapers of Tokyo. So open it up in a new window, guys. Follow along with me. Let's just go and dive into this week's latest chapter because it seems we're moving away from Kaneki and going back to the outside world with Hide, Touka, the QS, and like everyone who's trying to get Kaneki out of the Dragon Kagane. So the top dialogue is basically just mentioning about the volumes 1 through 14. The 72-hour grace period is over, and we have this gigantic shot of the Dragon Kagane, all of the eye sacs just staring over the horizon of Tokyo. That is cool. The anime starts up April 2018. Okay, so that's the first page. Okay, so just more landscape shots of the skyscrapers of Tokyo. The army or the CCG just basically fighting off those cloned demon Kagane things coming from Kaneki's Dragon Kagane. They are just shooting them up. And these things are grotesque looking. They are basically at those Kagane, like the mouth on them, just having arms, legs, and a body. It basically remind me of Noro too, but man, that would be terrifying to go up against. And I feel so bad for these army guys because I have no idea if they're even using Quinque bullets to fight up against these monsters, because if they don't, nothing is going to take these things down. And then the next page we have Marude. He's at like an internment camp kind of like thing. Everything's situated, not really like an internment camp, but like a base set up. You can see the laptop in the background. Zoom up in on his face, and he's just looking at the towering like skyscraper Dragon Kagane. I think that's where Touka and the QS currently are. Morning. So that's the title of this week's chapter, Morning 160. And now we're going to Touka. All right, nice. I'm glad we're getting Touka this chapter. But she's like panting. Because she was just jumping up the Dragon Kagane with the metal detector, trying to locate the ring, and hopefully locate Kaneki's body at the same time. And I really noticed too, I've been going through these pages, we haven't had a single thing of dialogue yet. So is this not going to be a very dialogue-heavy chapter? Whatever the case may be, I'm just excited to see what we get. So she's just looking. She has the metal detector in hand. It's pinging. She's just jumping up, trying to find her man. But she just, bottom of the page, she activated her Ukaku, and I think it's just now tunneling through to find Kaneki. That's awesome. Yep, she's got both wings activated. I love that fact, too, that the other wing developed finally, and now she finally has a full Ukaku set. That is just awesome to see. And she's just shooting out the Ukaku bullets, trying to, pierce the Dragon Kagane, trying to dig her way through to find Kaneki underneath this monstrosity. Okay. So that's all she's doing right now. She's just shooting, trying to burrow her way through. And still no dialogue. Okay, so she's panting. Kagane basically goes back in. She just, basically cancels it out. Grabbing something. So she's tearing at it now with her hands. So she must have gotten so exhausted from doing that. Now she's just burrowing with her bare hands. Okay. Page. Yeah, she is just digging right now. I actually like the fact that we don't have dialogue yet, because I feel like just the way that Ishida draws this, you can tell what Touka is basically thinking. She is desperately doing everything she can just to burrow her way through and to get Kaneki out of here. We're just continuing digging. Next page, page 9. She just pulled out a hand. A hand with eyes on it. Oh my god. Wait a minute. This reminds me of a character from Naruto. Danzo, I think his name is? Yeah, because he had the Sharingan eyes all over his arms and kind of on his chest a little bit. That's what that reminds me of right there. So Kaneki has now developed Sharingans all over his arm. But that'd be disturbing to find, so I feel so bad for Touka right here. Next page. And the ring was attached to it. The ring is on the hand, so it's not on his real body. And Touka's like realizing this and just screams. And I love the way Ashita uses like the static dialogue box just to like exude the emotion coming from like Touka and then like Kaneki about 2 chapters back. I really like that effect. She's crying now because she realizes, well, if the ring's right here, how am I going to be able to locate him? But she's not giving up. She is just continuing to dig. Doing everything she can. Wow. Just the emotion that Ashita is putting on Touka's face right here. You can tell how desperate she is. And we know that Touka is very driven. She's not going to give up no matter what. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so the defense system of Dragon is activating because we have hands coming out from the ground, and I guess they're going for Touka. Well, I guess this answers the question that nobody's safe trying to get Kaneki out of here. Like, even though this is Touka going for him right now, even that will not stop this massive monstrosity from going after anybody, no matter if it's someone that Kaneki loves or not. So Touka right now is in danger. She realizes they're coming from behind her. So what is she going to do? Okay, so she dodges out of the way. Oh my god. So we have the clones now. We have the monster clones, the Eto Noro clones. Just, wow, my god, look at that mouth on that one. It's like sideways. Did it just take a bite out of Touka? No. Okay, no, she blocked it. So she blocked it trying to take a bite out of her and then just knees it in the face. There you go. And this is all while having a baby on the way. Like, Touka right now has been MVP so far. Just this entire arc. Just with what she's been able to do with the circumstances she has been in. Whoa. That is a lot. Holy crap. And someone... Hang on a second. So she dodges. They're all like... There's like 4 or 5 of these things going after Touka right here. And that looks like a tentacle monster, so we all know where tentacles can end up. Oh, God. So, blood dripping. Oh, my God. That is ghostly. I'm on the bottom of page 16. The whited out clone Kagane thing that is going after Touka right here, that looks ominous as hell. And just the expression on Touka's face right here. Like, she is just like, what do I do right now? And somebody just cut it up. My best bet is the QS, because they're the only ones there right now. Maybe like Hide brought reinforcements. Hang on, let's see. Yep, QS squad down at the bottom. Okay, so we have, who do we have here? So we have the original 3 QS squads protecting Touka, with Mitsuki here as well. So I'm really curious to see how people are going to take this, but I am super happy with this because Mitsuki is finally suppressing her feelings of love for Heise enough. She's kind of been brought back a little bit to where she's realizing that we need to protect Touka to get Kaneki out of here. But I'm still curious because Mitsuki's emotions, she can suppress them, but they're not going to go away that easily, especially just that type of love that she feels for Heise. I'm really curious if once they get Kaneki out, is Mitsuki going to flip back to how she was and kind of like, you know, go back on a rampage? Like, I'm really hoping that's not the case, considering that we are basically on the final arc of Tokyo Ghoul. But I love seeing this shot, seeing basically the QS children of Heise, of Ure, Saiko, and Mitsuki protecting Kaneki's wife, Touka. That is an awesome shot. And next page, from page 18, Touka is looking at them. Ure and Saiko look back. Mitsuki looks back as well, but then immediately turns her head. And Touka must be like, what is going on right now? How come she is protecting me? I have many questions. So, but she just immediately turns around and goes back to digging up Kaneki's body. Hopefully he's here. So just more digging panels. Opens it up. Her eye is shocked to see Kaneki. And that is the end. We had no dialogue this chapter at all. This was just pure visuals. The art was awesome. And just the expressions on Touka's face, I really enjoyed this chapter. But just seeing Kaneki right here on this last panel as Touka is basically dragging his body out, I'm kind of wondering too, is he going to wake up after being detached from Dragon? Because he still could be having like an internal battle within his mind. But my best guess is that once he's detached, that basically separates the consciousness and gets him out of that fantasy, dreamlike state within Dragon, and he will regain consciousness and then see Touka basically, you know, as he opens his eyes, which I think will be very, very cool. But end of chapter 160, the next chapter, rescued with a question mark. So that basically leaves us time to speculate on what kind of state will Kaneki be in once he opens his eyes and sees Touka. How will he react to the QS squad being there? This is leading into some very interesting things because I wanted to talk with Touka. I wanted to talk with Urei, Saiko, and Mitsuki. And definitely Hide. Hide is a must conversation to have between Kaneki and Hide. I am so looking forward to that. But having Kaneki being extracted definitely emphasizes even more that we are approaching within the final arc of Tokyo Ghoul Re. And we'll have to see whether or not this will be a definite conclusion to Tokyo Ghoul as a whole, or this will just, you know, conclude the story of TG Re, and then we'll move on to a part 3. A lot of speculation there. We have no idea where it's going to go, but that was my live reaction, guys. I will have a review up a little bit later today, not talking about the dialogue, but just talking about certain circumstances and just diving a little bit deeper into where this could possibly go for the story moving forward. But hope you guys enjoyed my live reaction. If you guys want to talk about Tokyo Ghoul outside of YouTube, feel free to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below, and my review for chapter 160, getting My Hero Academia mixed up. Chapter 160 review will be out later today, but until then, I'll talk with you guys later. Bye, guys.